Now that's a
Good question!
Welcome back, everybody, to another video in our weekly installment of Good Questions. Now, I apologize for not posting one this past weekend. You see, my wife and I, we took a trip to Washington, D.C., to see a couple shows, and while there, we checked out the brand new International Spy Museum, which was really awesome, seeing all the science and technology behind super spies around the world. But we also had to go visit my favorite museum of all time, the Air and Space Museum. Of course, they're under renovations right now, but I couldn't help but bring back a little friend, my new friend, Uncle Al, a Albert Einstein finger puppet, and of course a toy, the space shuttle pullback toy. You put it down on the ground and zoom, out it goes across the floor, just not into space. But now that we're back, I wanted to at least open up the opportunity for those of you who might be new subscribers to ask questions as well. In fact, I'd like to go all the way out to Arizona to one of our new subscribers. His name is John, and he asked a question. Just watching a couple of the videos, notice that I've got some ducks on a shelf in the background here, and he said, what's up with the ducks? Why do you have ducks on the shelf? And so I wanted to share a quick little story about my ducks. Over the last 30 years of teaching middle school, just like anybody else in the world, any other human being, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. Well, on the bad days, I used to like to have a little rubber duck on my desk to remind me not to take life too seriously. You see, after all, looking at a duck, you can't help but smile. Think about it. Here's some of my favorite ducks. I have a scientist duck. I mean, just look at how awfully cute this is. And speaking of Albert Einstein, here's one of my favorite ducks, and it was given to me by a student, Sam. And here is the Albert Einstein duck, E equals MC squared. And I just don't think you can look at a rubber duck and not smile. So I started a duck collection, and for many years, students would bring in ducks to donate to the collection. In fact, as I said, this one was donated by Sam, and they always wrote their names on the bottom and the year that they were donated. And well, over time, I developed a rather extensive collection of ducks. In fact, it finally reached 1,000 different ducks. Now, I retired from teaching recently, and I didn't want to bring 1,000 ducks home with me, and I wanted to memorialize all of the students who brought in ducks over the years. And so I created a little mural at the school comprised of 1,000 ducks. And if you were to zoom in, you could see every single one of these 1,000 ducks have been glued in the shape of a duck with rainbows around them. And on the back side of all the ducks, all of their names are still visible. So students or anyone can go visit the school these days and actually see their names on the bottom of ducks. But let me go back to that picture here for a moment, and I want to read the quote that I came up with that summarizes the importance of the ducks. It says, "Let it roll off your back and smile as you quack. Be a duck." And in that regard, it's kind of my motto for life. Let it roll off your back and smile as you quack. Be a duck. Because if you can adopt that philosophy, you will smile more, even though there might be anguish inside, and smiles are contagious. And when other people smile at you, you can't help but smile back. So take some advice from a duck, and there's the answer to John's good question of the week. Until next time, I'll say bye-bye.